So I've been trying to think of some interesting audio hook to get right when I first start, but I haven't found one at the moment. Gonna keep working on that, but as for the moment, hey guys, John Loxley here. Welcome back to Subnautica. We're resuming our playthrough slash walkthrough slash cool people journey. So last time we found the second Degassi base and discovered their fates and met our good friend Mr. Crab Squid.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Right. Okay, so as you can see in the upper left, it loads all your stuff.
All primary systems online.
For some reason, it's doing that thing again. I wonder if I build another power thing. Maybe it'll link them a little bit better. I don't know. Now another question is our crab snake alive and flying around and stuff? I don't know. So I don't know if that'll actually solve the problem. But who knows? Right. So let's take a look at what we have. We got our cameras moving around. We got our sea moth right there. Got some friendly neighborhood reefbacks. Little bone shark right there. He's fine. He's having a good time. So what do we have left to check out? We have Lifepod 13. You know what? Let's go inside. We'll take a look at our little
Welcome
beacon.
aboard, Captain.
Beacon manager, right? So we have Lifepod 13, Lifepod 2, Lifepod 12, and we can go back to the proposed Degassi habitat. And we got the 2 camera drones. And this is where we'll find more magnetite. In the meantime, we're just going to need more stuff. That's the solution. We have the orange tablet, which only actually gets used in one place. But we can definitely build the prawn suit. Finally. Needs a fair amount of stuff, but I think we have all of that. I mean, we'll have to create the plasteel ingots, but, you know. Seamoth depth module, these are going to be the big things, so we're going to need magnetite. Definitely. And, right, obviously more Cyclops upgrades. And we still need to find the last piece, which is the hull. Typically we find that around... Oh, have we not made the observatory yet? Well, okay then. Let's do that. We need 2 things of enameled glass, LED and extra, or lead and extra if you prefer. No, so basically we just need quartz. Okay. Easy. You know what? We have our handy dandy little scanner room now. Let's put that to work. Quartz. Quartz. Boom. How are we doing on food and water? It'll be alright. We'll eat a couple marble melons. And then, you know what? That's fine too. Let's eat that last one. Help with our hunger a little bit. Ah, see, the stalkers are starting to spread. For some reason, that's always a problem with the scanner. Not with the scanner rooms, but I mean with the stalkers. I'm learning to multitask still doing this. But yeah, the stalkers, wherever they tend to hang out and grab the cameras, and wherever they bring them to seems to be where they also lay eggs and multiply and all of that. So that's kind of, you know, usually it's at the 0 point for whatever reason, but there must be certain specific points.
A common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. More quartz. So it's not always super specific where it tells you the quartz is. It just kind of highlights it, and then it's like, you know, sometimes it's in walls, or more accurately, in little caves that you can't see behind the walls. Okay, so we'll just grab a couple more pieces of quartz. I don't know how far away that is. We'll find out in a second. A couple more pieces of quartz, and then head back and make ourselves a little observatory. We're also going to need we're just going to need enamel glass. We'll need that, I believe, for the Cyclops and the prawn suit also. Is it in here? No. Which means there's probably crash fish nearby. What are we doing on space? We'll just grab a few more. You never know how many you're going to need. And I have the scanner set for it right now, so I may as well pick it up until I'm full. Probably one of my favorite things about this game is that it's only mildly dangerous. You know, there are some threats, but for the most part, I mean, things will, you know, they'll hurt you and stuff, but they won't be outright deadly to you, except in fairly specific circumstances, like very, very few creatures. Like, you know, the bigger ones, the more aggressive ones, they can actually do some serious damage to you, but by and large. So we'll just convert this into a bunch of glass. We're not really going to need the quartz. I think for the most part you only need it for your power, your solar powers. Solar power cells, whatever. Okay, we will need a few more of that. And what equipment? Oh, the orange tablet, of course. Right. You know what? I'm just going to convert all this into enameled glass. Actually, hang on. I'll convert 2 more pieces. I think we need 2 for... I'm going to build another one of those, you know, glass tubes. Oh, that was... Tried to click enable glass like to anticipate it, but it just instead I just clicked away from the fabricator. So can I just make the observatory off of this? Yes, I can. Well, let's do that then. A couple pieces of enamel glass and titanium. So as you can see, it's kind of an...
Unless constructed with a specific research task in mind, observatories and other glass modules are imprudent for survival purposes.
That is true, and it also changes the music a little bit. Look at all the miscellaneous stuff. So let's go with a... What do you think? Office chair to be relaxed and confidence building, or commandeering, or commandeering, however you prefer to pronounce that. Probably the second way, because that's the more correct way. I usually do the swivel chair just because, but let's do the office chair. Boom. There it is. You guys doing all right today? Let's double check, not double check, but let's look at some of these. So we have data downloads, we have some alien data. The orange tablet itself. This device hums slightly and displays an orange lit symbol resembling an N. It may offer a way to interact with comparable or compatible technologies. Aurora survivors. Aurora engineering log, or engineering drone log.
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barkley and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
She should just, you know, go after Berkeley. I mean, he seems like a super cool guy. That was kind of sarcastic, but, you know, seems like there's some sexual tension there. Alright, so we got another transmission from Lifepod 7. Distress signal has been received from Lifepod 7, but the attached coordinates were corrupted. Last available photographic data has been downloaded and analyzed. Crew reported problems with their onboard fabricator. Sunk to 200 meters in an area of low ecological activity. Transmission origin approximately 1 kilometer southwest of the Aurora's stern section. So it just gives you basic, like a basic location. Let's go find that though. Oh, it's dark. It's dark out. We'll take a look. Okay, so turn that off. That actually drains power fairly rapidly. And now we're back up to 3. You can see that there's some different stuff. We got lithium, limestone chunks, stalker tooth, titanium rex. All good things, all good things. Okay. Also, as far as our blueprints, what else? We are going to start wanting to work on the prawn suit and the Cyclops, but we don't have the Cyclops just yet. The Neptune launch platform waits till the end. Oh, hang on. That requires, well, just regular grass. I need more coffee this morning, I think. I think that's my issue. You know what? Let's make a grav trap. I haven't shown you guys that one yet, so that's pretty cool, actually. I don't really use it all that often. Right, so we need a battery. Probably in our extra locker. Yep, boom. Toss the enamel glass in there. We'll toss the quartz in there. Put the regular glass in there as well. And then, oh, that was lead also. Lead. Copper and titanium. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna need more copper as well. Oh wait, grab trap. What was that? Copper and titanium. So yeah, we'll definitely need more copper. These things are gonna require, generally speaking, lots of probably computer chips. So there's the grav trap. Uses artificial gravity to attract light objects and small creatures. Oh, I guess he doesn't want to play with it. So you basically just kind of let it go. And then it does its thing. So it grabs a bunch of stuff, which is good, but at the same time, you still sort of have to catch it, which is why I generally prefer using the propulsion cannon. Because, you know, like I said, you still have to catch it, so it's kind of a pain, and they're not flying or swimming away from you in a direct line. It's always like a curved thing, so we'll just pick it back up.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
You know, it's not a bad little thing, but it is what it is, right? So, Cyclops engine efficiency module. We'll definitely want to do stuff with that. Make ourselves some food real fast. Let's go with the whatever we don't use here. Oh, another that's 13. That would give me exactly the number that I need. That's fine. I'll wait a second, then I'll eat the other boomerang. Let's check out this
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Destroyed. Mode. Patrol. New targets unaccounted for. 1.
Yep, so it was able to destroy some people. Oh, and now it's down to food plus 20 instead of 21. Interesting. Yeah, there's, well, the one peeper into there. That was original, but the peepers went up here, so. Alright. Don't need any additional stuff, but I would like to get rid of the grav trap. It's not alien, but it'll go in there. Okay. Alright, so we got our stasis rifle, propulsion cannon, sea glide. All this cool stuff. We'll swap out some of our batteries. Just because you never know when, you know, or how long you're going to be away. Okay, all those voice logs, got it. Kidney poachers, kind of interesting. Right, prawn suit, I mean, what I'm really going to want is the Seamoth, oh, right, magnetite, okay. Let's go take a look for that. So we're going to want to go to there. I don't know if our scanner will pick it up. I don't even know if our scanner will reach. We're seeing some stuff. And we do have all 4 of the range upgrades, so it's possible it will, but it's not there yet.
Welcome aboard, all systems online.
So the best thing we can do is basically just... Oh, I thought that was part of the tail of the crab snake. I'm hoping it's gone forever, because that was, well, you know, it was a worthwhile experiment, but it was kind of a pain. And also, no radiation. Okay, so we're gonna head down here, hopefully find some magnetite. Cuttlefish egg. Yep, that was our little friend that we found. That we found in the second Degassi base. Now I'm hoping there's no snake in here, please no. Okay, so you're good. Doesn't mean there won't be one, but at least for now there isn't. Okay, so how does this other stuff look? Good. We'll swap you for that. So you never know. Yeah, and sand sharks can come down here too, so you know, enjoy that. Let's go the other way. Oh, and hey, magnetite. Boom. One piece right off the bat. That's good. Problem is, it's kind of a crapshoot. You know, you go down here and you don't really know. You just kind of have to look around and hope you find some. And in the meantime, just... Whoa, whoa, whoa there, whoa there! Well, if I had the prawn suit, that would be perfect, but I do not. Alright, just leave me alone. I'm not quite sure how much magnetite I will need, but it'll be enough, you know? 3 pieces at the moment. We'll probably need 4. I can't recall the exact number for both the prawn and the cyclops, but it's... Well, and then there's, you know, if there's any upgrades, so we'll put it around in here and find any that we can. Any and all that we can. Also, keep an eye on our oxygen levels, because that's going to be the big thing. We're going to have to hightail it back to the Seamoth at some point. Want to make sure that our oxygen's not too low. Well, okay. Let's head back there now for the time being. Yes, I see you. Sometimes you can find it in here. It's just kind of hiding all over the place. I won't turn down the diamonds though, because I think for the prawn suit, I think it required like 2 of them. Let's take a look at our blueprints real fast, right? So the prawn suit requires 2 diamonds. 2 of everything, basically. Cyclops, I'm still not certain. But we're gonna want thermal reactor, which we can't get. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, that was up there. Okay. We will want the Seamoth. Oh, Seamoth sonar also requires 2 magnetite. So, yeah. And the solar charger. We have 4. Well, that'll, you know, it'll just have to be the way that it is. The textures sometimes look like they're actual rocks, which is, you know, that's not... I mean, it's good. It's good for the game. Adds to the atmosphere, but at the same time, it's like, man, I just want to Just want to find the magnetite that I need. Let's try going over here. And see, the problem is if I had, like, there's tons of magnetite, but I don't have the prawn. I could make the prawn and probably the drill arm as well, but then the problem is getting it out once you're down here. And of course it's the stuff. You find the big chunks, not the little chunks. Alright, more magnetite. Cool. Makes me happy. I know I sound happy. That was sarcasm on the sounding happy part. Okay, we're at about half of our oxygen. Gotta be a little bit careful. But of course we'll keep looking. Kind of the thing that you gotta... One of the things that does freak me out a little bit about the game is, you know, it's like, it's 3D, it's not just left or right, it's like they could be coming from anywhere around you. Okay. Yep, I'm watching the oxygen, don't worry. Okay, this is basically where I was. It's so easy to get turned around. Let's just head back. Alright, back to the surface, where we'll put this magnetite to use. Try not to hit the walls either. Back to base. Right, so just the depth upgrades for the Seamoth will help us get a little bit deeper and find more of the areas that we need to go to. I do like the prawn, but at this point it's still... I mean, so to be fair, I have the grappling hook upgrade, which is probably...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Probably the most important one. It's simply because, you know, the jump jets that it has on it run out, but it'll recharge over time, so you can just, you know, hook onto a ledge, like if you're trying to climb a huge vertical area, and just let it recharge and then go a little bit higher and then hook on again, and you know, so on and so forth. Right, so now we want Seamoth Depth Module Mark II. Plasteel enameled glass should have plasteel. So we'll grab the Depth Module Mark I. Boom. Titanium. I have a couple pieces of lithium. I think it's 2 each, so that should be enough. And then the enameled glass. Yep. No problem. Yep, so it basically requires 10 titanium and 2 lithium to make. Seamoth upgrades. Okay, so what do we need for the next one? Another plasteel and 3 ruby, which I believe we also should be able to do. Now we have the gems. Do we have the lithium? That's my question. We'll put all the magnetite. Actually, gems. Let's get rid of the diamond. There's the 3 rubies we need. We'll chuck the gold, just because we're going to need all that extra space. Titanium, 10. And then the 3 ruby. Now the problem with using the 3 rubies for this is that then we're out of rubies and then we can't make aerogel. And you need 2 pieces of it for the prawn suit, so ultimately it means we need more rubies. Okay. So now we have the maximum depth for the Seamoth. $900 meters, so we can start going to the endgame areas with that. We'll need a couple more things though. First, perimeter defense system. So if we get grabbed by something, we can basically save ourselves. The solar charger is also a good one. And then the sonar is my other favorite. So that, you know, copper wire and 2 magnetite. Should be able to do that now. Now we need more copper. So it's, yeah, it's, you know, you run out of stuff pretty quickly. But it's fine. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, you could say it artificially pads out the game, but for me it's kind of, it sounds weird, it's kind of the selling point of the game because it gives you like a little goal. So now we have sonar capabilities. Storage module, that'll go away eventually. So what we're going to do now, I think, probably check out this one. Right, because what do we have left? Lifepod 13, Lifepod 2. These are actually both in the same area, so maybe we'll do this one first. And then Lifepod 12, that's kind of in the other direction. These two are in the northwest portion of the map, and this one is in the northeast. And then our camera drones, which are lost. They can stay blue, that's fine. Wow, 50 databank entries still? Oh, right. Lifepod 7. And it's dark again. Well, we do need copper, and typically the barnacles on these things are a great place to find copper. Apparently you can also find silver, but copper is the best, you know, just the best. There's another barnacle. Boom. So 3 pieces of copper with like no effort. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet little deal right there. Righto. How are we doing on time? 34 minutes. Copper in there. We got silver. That's good. That is very good. We will need that. Right, vehicle upgrades. Engine efficiency. It won't matter so much when we get the Seamoth solar charger. Which advanced wiring kit requires wiring kit, gold, computer chip, 2 table coral, gold, and copper wire. So already you need... I mean, that's not bad. You need 1 copper wire, gold, and table coral. Let's work on that now. Hey, Gary. There we go. Gold and copper wire. I figure we're gonna need more computer chips. It's just the way of things. You can see our little base, our growing little base. Some of that. Grab our last remaining silver. Oh, right. No gold on me. Silly me. Silly me. Alright, so now we just need 2 pieces of gold. And yeah, I highly recommend, keeping your fabricator near your resource area. Okay. Advanced wiring kit. Now we have you. And solar charger, enamel glass, that's it. And that'll help a lot because then you don't have to worry about parking it in here. Additionally, you don't have to worry about energy as much. I mean, if it's dark, you still won't, or if you're too deep, it still won't do anything, but we'll have to take that out to put in the other thing. Is it daylight yet? I think it should be. Oh, wait. Well, yeah, sure. Top off our food. What we are going to want to do is top off our batteries. Maybe a couple. Take a couple, just to be on the safe side, because... So we're going to go looking for... Lifepod 7. We don't want to take that with us, because that'll get torn to pieces by the bone sharks. So we want to go southeast. And it's kind of dangerous because we're basically going to be going behind the Aurora. So we're going to go to an area that really doesn't have anything else. It's called the Crag Fields. That is over this way, sort of. So it's full of bone sharks, it's full of other stuff. And hopefully we'll be able to find this fairly easily. So these are the crags. They're like, I mean, just look at them. You can see them. So it's full of bone sharks, fairly close to the dunes. And the dunes have Reaper, or not the dunes, the crash zone, I'm sorry. And there's tons of Reapers in the crash zone area. This, I believe, I've scanned already. Engine fragment. And I mean, like, seriously, look at all of them. There's 1, 2... That's a fish. There's... What's that? Okay. Yep, that's one of them coming at me. There's those things, of course. So, unfortunately, there's... Well, there is a more surefire way, I suppose, to find this thing, but... Also a good amount of fragments. And, oh, okay. Yeah, so it lies between... Oh, crap, there's a Mesmer right there. So the Cragfields lies kind of between the... Well, the Grand Reef and the Crash Zone. So, basically we want to stick... Let's surface real fast. Also because there's a bone shark chasing me. And yeah, I imagine they made Lifepod 7 intentionally difficult to find. Oh, there we go. More because of what it contains. Okay. Right, so I'm still in the Cragfield area. That's north. Lots of silver, though, here. I mean, tons of silver. If you need silver, apparently this is the place to come. There it is. Okay. Okay, how we doing? So, generally speaking, there's, well, not really anything around that you can use. You'll find microscopes and other non-functional equipment. There's a toy car, some cylindrical sample flask. Let's find out what's going on, right? There's a gray cap.
Integrating new PTA
What is that?
data.
That guy looks very familiar, doesn't he? Unusual doll. So you scan it, and then well, whenever you scan it, it basically just gets rid of it. So you can make it in your place, and that's, what is that, a freaking pen? Alterra pen. Okay. We're just gonna leave this stuff here. I don't, need to burden myself with it. Check out this titanium here. So that was a Markiplier doll. Oh, and we're getting shot at, of course. So Markiplier was one of the was fairly instrumental in. That was weird. Markiplier was fairly instrumental in getting the keeping the game alive, so to speak. The music, the sound changed, and also the environment changed. Now, I don't hear any Reapers at the moment, but they're around here. I think there's one a little bit farther that way, and probably another one that way. So as we head back, we'll just be a little bit careful. And more lithium, why not, if we can. Yeah, so Markiplier and I think Jacksepticeye were probably the two biggest guys that kept the game going, because it was early access for a while, and a lot of people, just because of them, were were still purchasing the game, so they got a lot of lifeblood cash flow, so to speak.
30 seconds.
Yep. What is that? Laser cutter? Okay. Let's head to the surface. We should make it. And so yeah, I mean they were instrumental in keeping the game alive and promoting it and all that stuff. And so the developers were like, "Hey, we'll put a Markiplier doll into the game." They also made a bunch of what they call hull plates available. Hull plates would be like that Jacksepticeye one that I had, the little tank with a septic eyeball in it. Stuff like that. You can build them basically anywhere, but you're supposed to... There we go. Just launch yourself out and back into the thing. But I think the whole purpose of the hull plate, so to speak, is to put it on the hull of your Cyclops, just chilling out. Okay, got ourselves some lithium, some quartz, some copper, more titanium right there, which will convert real fast like. And only 6. I'm just gonna convert these into another ingot because we're gonna need. We have the sonar, solar charger. We need that. We don't. Well, we'll need silver. But the prawn suit requires 2 plasteel ingots, which, you know, will basically be 2 titanium ingots, then converted into plasteel. All right, plasteel complete. Oh, silver is empty. But you right there, though. And I know we're going to need an extra chip. So we'll make ourselves a chip and some enamel glass. Copper wire. Computer chip. So now our space has freed up considerably. Always just keep an eye on the rest of your stuff. 600, like the laser cutter especially uses just so much battery power. And then we have the glass and the chips and all that stuff, so we can put that back in the extra. Boom. Alright. With our remaining, like, 10 or so minutes, I try to keep these to an hour a piece. But with our remaining time, let's head out to those other... Ooh, we tried to dive there for a second.
Welcome aboard CAD Systems Online.
Let's head here first. So we got ourselves our lights. So then it's like, how do you select your other things? And the answer is, just like you would your other thing, you either use your mouse wheel or your individual buttons. So I've selected the sonar. So that's kind of cool. We have a little wreck right there. And another wreck up there. It appears that I have not gone in there, so we'll just make a little pit stop here first. And you can actually see a little bit farther with the sonar than you can otherwise. Quickly kind of scan around to make sure there's no cool things that we can pick up or So that's not open. That might be, though. Okay. Oh, and that's an open door. Got a laser scanner, or laser cutter, I should say. And so that's the door that we could have cut through. Except there's another door. So we'll cut through this. At least I think it's the one on the left. I think the other one is the one the one that goes to the outside. Fairly certain. We'll see here in a second. I might just cut the other one open just to ensure, like if I'm driving by again, or flying by, whatever. Okay, datapod. Lightweight, high-capacity tank. Lighter build allows for enhanced maneuverability.
New blueprint acquired.
And we'll just get ourselves some titanium. Why not? We're gonna need more. Oh. Modification station. And just to be complete. I'm out of coffee again. We'll fill up here in a second. I made like half a pot, so we're good. Oh, my Seamoth has a friend. By the way, if you guys need like a little project or something to do, I do recommend brewing your own coffee. Not brewing, roasting. It's actually significantly easier than you'd think. If you have the money, you can just get yourself a little roaster for like a couple $100. It's pretty easy. It takes like 6 minutes. And then you have to wait 3 hours to actually use the beans because they're all like expanded. Thought I saw another wreck around here somewhere, but I mean, I know I did. It just might be through the world. Because sometimes the world doesn't load, but the effects do. Oh, I must have, because... See, look how far off you can see with the sonar. Like, super far, because that's one of the... Oh, it's that over here. Speaking of which, I did want to come back here. Right, because there's that extra passageway. Okay, so we'll just hop out right here. And, where was it? Right here. Okay. So you go down here, and then there's, Jesus, 3? 2 ways to go. Okay. We're gonna watch our time. Prawn suit fragment. So if you need another one, there it is. Lots more prawn suit fragments. Lots of fragments, period. Just fragments of everything. We're just gonna look real fast, take the water, grab whatever this is. Okay. Probably supposed to have been completed. Wasn't. Okay, that's the other side of that. And another poster. All right. Citizen Testimonials. Okay.
Integrating new PDA data.
Well, we're gonna get out of here now. this would be where you would use the Pathfinder tool, because yeah, this is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy in here. So I went up here, over here, I think. Came out there. Now I believe... Oh, that's... Okay. So it really only is one other way, I think. Yep, okay. Cool. Well, there you go. That's your Alterra Citizen Testimonials. And what do you know? This place was bigger, about as big as it actually looks on the outside. Alright. How far are we away? You know what? I'm gonna do the lame thing real fast and just run back and drop off the titanium. Because the stuff that I grabbed alone was probably, you know, 1.5 titanium ingots. And I think I made 1, I need 3 more for the Cyclops and the Prawn. So just in the interest of, you know, it'll take me, I don't know, 30 seconds to get back to the base, offload that stuff, and then we'll jump back out. That's so cool. Alright, and we're actually pretty close to the surface, so the batteries, now that it's daytime, the batteries of the Seamoth will start recharging.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright. Oh, I see. Flashlight. Okay. I was like, hang on a sec. My Sea Glide's still at 100? But it was the flashlight. Flashlight's still at about 80. It's good. And you see the Seamoth is back at 100%. Alright. See, it's like sometimes super hard to see, especially with all the sunlight. You're like, what's going on? So you just hit the sonar and bam. See? We did see it. That's got to be the Seamoth Bay. We'll just head straight for that. Head straight for it, confirm our suspicions, and then we'll head to the high priority passenger remains. Yep, Seamoth Bay. I only know it's the Seamoth Bay because they said it in one of the messages. So that's just what I call it. Okay, so we're crossing through, looks like more of the safe, shallow area. So we're basically hitting the center of the map. A little more kelp forest, and then you're like, wait, what is going on with this? Okay, that's... Well... I mean, you heard the roar, so we know it's actually going to be coming from the west, because the dunes... The area is called the Dunes. Okay, and that looks a little more like we've crossed into the mushroom zone specifically, or mushroom forest. Oh, that's what I want. Cyclops hull fragment. Bam. Creature egg. We'll take that. That's actually one of those. Oh, and here we go. Just talk about the tree leech. You can see they're right there, but the exploitable enzymes are from this. And so just kind of keep your eyes peeled. It hasn't told us about this environment
Welcome
yet.
aboard, Captain.
But this is where you're going to find a lot of Cyclops parts. And that shriek was those things, which are super friendly. In fact, let's look at them now. Let's see, Aurora survivors. Oh yeah, we didn't hear about this.
I've tried everything. The analysis circuits on the fabricator are fried. Can barely manufacture the most basic of materials. Want a battery? Here, have a children's toy. Need deep-sea diving equipment? Have some lab tech. Hungry? I'll turn that fruit into dust for you. I'm going forward with trial and error. I hit every button here has got to make something useful eventually.
The biomass in this area is dominated by plant life, picking up faint Alterra vehicle signatures.
So, and this, yeah, faint Alterra vehicle signatures. So you're going to find fragments of the moon pool. You're going to find Cyclops fragments. I wonder if this is intentional, or if this is like a placeholder, and they were like, "Oh no, we'll go back in and do something." Don't know. Drink some water. Either way, we're here, and it kind of gives you this area dominated by plant life, picking up faint Alterra vehicle signatures. This place is also great for finding lithium. Oh, and that's probably part of the hull. Yep. Boom. One more scan and we'll have a full Cyclops. Alright. Bring high priority passengers remains. Sorry, my Cyclops. Right, so you kind of look around. I mean, there's some lithium right here, but that's not... You're not really seeing anything, just the pod itself. And then you get in, and you find, well, just this. Emissary's voice log.
New PDA data.
Right, which, if you remember, was the emissary Kassar. He's the one that's supposed to basically be helping find the Degassi crew. Let's do that real fast.
Lifepod launch sequence initiated. Entering planetary atmosphere.
My creators, the cherishers and sustainers of worlds, give me this day my daily pleasures as I give to those who seek pleasures from me.
External temperature approaching critical levels.
Show me the path. In life, truth, and love for mine is the power. I am the one. On and off and on again.
Impact imminent.
Life is a game which the universe plays with itself. I am done playing as this bundle of flesh. Return me.
Yes, that doesn't end well. I mean, obviously. Okay, VR Suite Log. I believe we picked this up somewhere in the Aurora. Desert Island Drama. 3 players. Spawning players on beach. Player 1 has been washed away by an unusually high tide. Player 2 traded a coconut with Player 3 for 10 credits. Player 3 planted the coconut. Players are getting hungry. Player 3 grown a coconut tree. Player 3 has eaten a coconut. Player 3 is no longer hungry. Player 3 has traded a coconut with Player 2 for 30 credits. So they bought a coconut, planted the tree, and then sold another coconut back for 30 credits. Player 2 has eaten a coconut, still hungry. Player 3 has traded a coconut with Player 2 in exchange for building a tent. Player 3 sleeping inside their tent. Player 2 is cold. Night falls. A passing ship is offered trading. Player 2 has traded 30 credits for a musket. Player 3 has been shot twice in the head while sleeping. Player 2 wins. Player 2 has died from cold and starvation. That sounds about right. Sounds about right. So we'll check out this area very quickly, and then we'll stop. So we're still wanting to find pieces of the hull, like specifically one piece of the hull. And that's just about it as far as what we want for the Cyclops. More wrecks and stuff wouldn't hurt. But unfortunately in this area, I mean, there is actually a wreck in this area, and it's pretty big, but for the immediate area, we are not going to do anything with it. And so you kind of wander around a bit, and you can hear okay, there's a sand shark over there. That's the other hull piece that we want. So we heard the Reaper. We can't see the Reaper, though. Not even on sonar. Oh, and that one's got the disease. Boom.
New blueprint acquired.
Alright. So we got our third fragment. Let's head this way a little bit. And that's the wreck. Up. No, that's a reefback. Okay. There's the wreck. You can kind of see it in the distance. And yeah, there's a giant mushroom tree, which is awesome. Now there is some minimal danger in this area. Sometimes bone sharks come into the area, and sometimes you'll see, there's one right there. You'll see crab squids on the very edges. But by and large, this is probably one of the better areas to build a base. And this is a pretty sizable chunk of ship. But so we'll stop here for today. And next time we'll explore this wreck and then go find that other life pod in the Blood Kelp Zone, which looks cool as hell and is also scary. So anyway, just make sure I save real fast before I forget. So seriously, guys, thank you for your time. Thanks for your attention. I really hope you guys enjoy these episodes. Any feedback, positive, negative, constructive criticism, whatever, let me know. I'm always eager to hear that stuff. That's basically it for today. I hope to see you guys next time. If you do enjoy these episodes, like and subscribe, please. It helps me out, and it helps, other people see these videos as well. But like I said, that's basically it for today, guys. Thank you very much, and take care.